Yo, what is up, George Lucas and more mucus? Today we'll be doing another unboxing reaction review of this dude. He's from a series called Shinkalion, and I guess his name is Hida. I'm not very familiar with him, so if I'm messing that up, some of you who are in the know, please correct me and let me know. But he is a train former, a parts former, very specifically designed like that, with some vibes kind of reminiscent of Rail Racer. And I thought this was a new cartoon, but apparently it is a reboot of an old cartoon that was around back in the day. But yeah, this is just kind of just like how Transformers always reinvent themselves. And from what I understand, this core bot that you see in the middle can be upgraded with some of these caboose bits on the side. And so the main bullet train is actually the core dude right over here. And then these other bits are from the car. And then you combine them and it looks like that guy. Yeah. I'm going to open this right now and got to find my box cutter, my X-Acto knife. I became aware of this series through Master Builder Piss On. You know, I mentioned it before in my bot bending videos, fan moding stuff. And yeah, Master Builder Extraordinaire. He tuned me onto this series and he's like, dude, this is my jam. This is my favorite series of toy right now. And I'm messing with this. And I asked him, and he mentioned that there are build capabilities. And I asked him, does it use 5 milli? And he's like, well, they have their own proprietary joint system, but they do also have 5 millimeter, and it's from Takara Tomy. So I was like, ooh. So I invested in a set, and oh, oops. I invested in more than one set. I bought several sets, and this is what he looks like on the inside. You can see the main bot over there. It looks really cool with that golden head crest, and that's the front of the bullet train. Can you give me 1 second? Sorry about that, that was my wife. I had to take a call. But yeah, you see the main bot over here. These are probably the arms. These are probably the legs. And the rest of this stuff is, yeah, the rest of the stuff. And so I'm gonna unbag them. And then we're gonna put them together. Now these bits all look like they're the bottom. Like these are the bits for the train, you know? But this right here, dude, wow, dude, these are really cool. They have 5 millimeter pegs over here, so imagine just kind of fitting them on top of like your Transformer's fist to extendo them and make them larger. I don't think these are 5 milli. I think these are 4, but this is definitely a 5. But yeah, I've since purchasing these, I've actually made a hybrid Chimera combiner consisting of Huffer and the bits from the Shinkalion stuff, and I'm pretty excited to bring that to the channel soon. Again, this is more bottom of the train stuff. It is kind of cool though that they do have 5 milli on them, and so potentially I can create some like vehicles and stuff out of the Hasbro stuff, you know? It's kind of cool. And knowing that these guys are made by Takara Tomy gives me this like familial sense, you know, like that they're like second cousins removed or, you know, something like that. And yeah, so these are all bottom of the train bits. The other ones came packaged in plastic, or sorry, in paper, and they didn't have these little plastic ties, and I absolutely hate them because when I remove them and they kind of get everywhere, dude, it's very triggering for me, dude. It makes me feel like ultra gross. And so let me just cut them, start removing the bits, and then I'm gonna stop the video to okay, I can't get those right now, and I'm gonna stop the video to clean them up. Yeah, but it's a very, very stark white. I like that. I like that. I hope it doesn't yellow, but I heard the new stuff doesn't yellow due to sun exposure. It yellows due to heat exposure. Now that's kind of interesting, you know. And my, what is it? My Shattered Glass Starscream was cool for a long time. And then just one day, the joints, very specifically, just began to yellow. And that was very disappointing. Yeah, that was pretty disappointing. And so it's kind of like Hasbro. Gotta do better, bruh. Gotta do better, bruh. And, you know, I would imagine because these are the Transformers are manufactured in Vietnam, I would have thought, because Vietnam is super hot. There's no winter. It's always warm. I would have assumed that they would have done some, like, type of heat stress testing. But nah. Okay, so these are the swords. I think I could just slip them off. Yeah. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this aside and clean up the plastic, okay? Gross. I almost yacked while cleaning that stuff up. But if you're familiar with the Shinkalion series, this is how the torso generally looks. There's a front bit over here that, and like this will lift up. I'm trying to figure out how this one works. But yeah, and this is the bottom torso where it snaps into place. This generally folds down and then the head kind of goes with it. Oh, okay. And then this will sit back. There we go. It kind of looks all like aerodynamic, you know, like sleek and stuff, like some type of like whale or aquatic mammal. These look like the additional bits, the shoulder parts, and so I'm not going to mess with them now. I just want to create the initial robot first, so maybe I shouldn't have closed that. Well, let's do the robot first, and maybe we'll do the train first because I can see a lot of the train bits over here, but I kind of don't know how it's going to be done. I imagine in robot mode, this is going to like plug in here, but I don't know if it's going to remain like that for train mode. So you know what? Let's break out the trusty instructions. But yeah, I will say that the instructions for these are very, very intuitive. I like the play factor a lot. The more I mess with them, the more I get the sense that this is designed for a younger audience. It's very easy to understand. And, sorry, got lost looking at this stuff. And it feels like a newspaper. You guys know what newspapers are? So, it looks like we're taking this, and this lifts up, and this goes, or maybe it's the other one. This lifts up, and this goes, chol. Oh yeah, nice little chol. And then this comes down, and that means the blade, the braid, must just slot in there. And everything fits very securely. The quality is very high. Yeah, like I don't know where they do their QC, but everything just feels really, really well aligned. QC'd very well, solid. The 5mm ports work perfectly. I don't need little pieces of paper like I do sometimes with the Hasbro stuff. So yeah, no, they've done a great job. And so these are the cabooses, right? Somebody in the comments last time when I called this a caboose, or I called it a caboose there, or no, it's not a caboose. Yeah, this is a caboose. And the one that's on the back of Astro Train is called a tender. Yes. Yeah, they corrected me and stuff, and they thought I was going to get upset for knowledge sharing and knowledge dropping, and nah, dude. Knowledge is awesome, dude. Knowledge is the best, dude. And so for those of y'all who share knowledge with me, I appreciate that. I'm not going to put the little tracks on the bottom. Not really interested. But you can see over here, that's what it looks like when you click kind of everything together. I just want to get a kind of a feel and an understanding of these bits. Oh, but I guess they're showing immediately what this looks like when do I just take it apart? Because earlier I just kind of clicked them together, but yo, that's kind of in there, dude. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I have to lift this up one more time. Yeah. So they're showing this bit when it transforms. It says bring this down and then fold this down. Then you have the foot. And that feels nice and beef. All right. Same thing for this. Let's lift this bit up. Let's remove that blade. And then, yeah, bring that down and then fold this all down. Again, it feels very good. there's aspects about this that feel Tobot-ish, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, I don't mean that in a bad way whatsoever. All right. I don't know what happens to the legs. I don't know if there's instructions on the back that showcase what happens to the legs in vehicle mode. All right. So we had this piece earlier, and this is what it's going to look like. And the back of this, these two halves I can see are the arms. And they're going to plug in right there. And this is the front of the what is it? The bullet train. Yeah. Easy enough. And so you can see that these are the proprietary joints. They do also utilize 5mm tech in some instances like that. You see the hex ports over there. And I utilize it for, what is it? The Huffer build that I'm going to be sharing to the channel soon. This one doesn't seem to be as versatile as that one because there's these shoulder things built in, whereas the Huffer build, the one that I use is the standard Shinkalion train, and you can remove the shoulder bits on that one. Oh, someone's giving me a little trouble. All right. Let's scooch this forward. And then bring this down. Oh, you know what? Hold up. Oh, okay. Lifting this up brings up the entire... Okay. And now everything's secure, dude. Check out that head crest, dude. That looks so cool. And now that's done. We had the back bit. Oh, dude, there ain't nothing in here, dude. What? Weak sauce, dude. But this houses the claws. Those claws, the Santa Claus. Where'd they go? The heck? These claws. And also the little baggies. Dude, how considerate of the Japanese. There's little perforated areas so you can just kind of remove this and make it easy. But this basically is housed inside here on the tracks. And, dude, I wish they had done something with this, dude. That's kind of weak sauce, dude. Whatever, dude. Let's get that to the side. And then we have these bits, which I assume are the normal legs, perhaps. And, oh. I see. The little leg bits. These, let me see. Like, I don't know exactly how they're connected. Oh, 5mm right there. So we get that on that side. And then we get that on that side. You see how easy this stuff is? That's why I feel like these are kids' toys. And, you know, it does have an anime attached to it. I know not all anime is for kids, but this one, when I look at it, the pictures and stuff, like, I think it's for kids. And, yeah, sorry, you hear all that, like, everything's kind of shaking right now, but cool. That's the second bit, and so this thing would have attached to this cart in the middle, and then we would have had that, and so that's the normal back and forth train. Coolios, I do think it's kind of weird the way they're attached, like it's these little plastic hooks, and that's fine, but I feel like in the modern day and age, they don't look like this. I think they're much more secure than that. But anyway, all right. Now that we've seen what it looks like, whale, dolphin, let's go ahead and remove these bits. And let's transform them, basically. So we've taken this. Dude, what's shaking right now? Everything is shaking. But okay, we flip this bit up. these kind of accordion down like that, just on the side. It doesn't do more than that. All right. Well, the foot comes down. Oh, this is the front of the foot. But yeah, I guess it's just like that, dude. I don't think that looks that great. Just hanging off. Like, I feel like it would be better if I could somehow like angle it or something. Nah, I don't like that. Oh, so there's a bit that's supposed to fold up. I don't know. There's a double hinge here, so I'm not sure if it's meant to fold like all the way. And I don't really see it mentioned in the instructions. I'm sure it's there. But it might be just to lock in this foot, because I do see that there's a tab and there's like a little slot here. And so let's do that. Clack that clack, and then bring this down until it clacks. And does it close up there? I don't know, man. But it does have a double hinge. But I don't... Maybe it just folds in like that. Maybe. I'm trying to see if on the instructions it shows anything, but it does, but it's really small. And I think they're saying fold it up flat against the side. Okay. So yeah, you do. Okay. I was just being a little delicate with it, but you do fold it up and you bring this down, and dude, that's just so ugly, man. And I guess you keep... You have these attached in there. Or that's what I'm seeing on the picture, dude. And that's not very attractive, dude. But whatever, dude. Let's just go with it. Yeah, like that. Sure. And then these look like they slot in, like so. I will say that these slots are slightly different than the other ones in that they only seem to be half as large. And I'm not sure how much interconnectivity there's going to be between this and the other Shinkalion sets, because this has a circle connector, whereas the other ones have squares. And so this might be proprietary to this guy. And if that is, I'll be a little sad, because that's kind of like, you know, why wouldn't you make it more universal so that you can just kind of mix and match the flavors? But anyway, so cool. We have that there. And then we bring that down like so. And then we have that there. That's cool, man. I mean, they all look really slim, and they look like they got big heads, but that's primarily because the head needs to be appropriately sized for the combined mode. Cool. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do I do anything with this? Do they like... Do they spin? No. No, I don't think so. So that's him. And he has the Dr. Claw. Dr. Crawl. That's him. That's him. And if I'm looking at the stuff on the other side, so he doesn't... Here it says, pop these off. That's strange. I smell like cologne or perfume in my office right now. Sorry, while I sip some tea. So you can see the head looks a little bit more proportionate now, but I don't like the fact that the thighs, they do have ports though. So it makes me wonder if there's a way to beef up the legs as well, because I mean, I guess that's for the alt mode, but yeah, dude, the thighs are super, I was about to say thin and skinny. I was about to say thinny. They're super skinny and not very proportionate. So let's see how these shoulder bits now work. Oh, they're a complete set of arms. Okay, everything like clicks very nicely. And it looks like it's like that. Right. Like that? Dude, they're even shorter than the regular arms, which is kind of bizarre, dude. Right? Hold up for a second. Yeah, that appears to be how it's done. Yo, that's weird, man. Like, I would assume that the arms coming down would be bulkier, buffer, like Bruce. You guys know Bruce Buffer, UFC announcer. I would assume that they would have been longer. But instead, they end up being shorter. That's a weird look, man. And, like, you can't open them as much because of this. No wonder this was discounted. Because he's not that dope, dude. And I guess they're showing, like, I'm looking at the thing over here. It looks like this is one of the standard Shinkalion ones, and it's saying that you can transform him. What are they showing here? Are they showing that the arms are swappable and also the legs are swappable? Hold up. I think I have one. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see if the prophecy is true. Oh yeah, we'll just try with this. This does not look like this. Nah, it don't work, dude. But that's what that looks like, though. That looks like this guy. And it looks like he has the arms, but maybe it's specifically these arms. No, but they look like they're the same connector, bro. Yeah, that don't go in there, dude. That's strange, dude. Because that guy down there... Oh, you know what? He resembles this dude, but it looks like he's another dude with the 3-car combiner. Like, it's another one of these types of dudes. So it looks like the ones, this kind of deluxe set, the one with the extra bits, they are interchangeable among one another, but they are not interchangeable with the standard one, which I actually think are superior. And then the legs probably will not be compatible either. What's funny is that this will fit in here. No, it won't. I thought it looked like it would, but oh wow, dude. They're completely different, man. I think that's kind of busted, dude. It's like I can appreciate them having, you know, what is it, like interchangeable or like rather proprietary like joints and stuff, but to make it so that like they're I'll just kind of like a Voyager can't be integrated with like a deluxe. That's kind of, I'll just say it for lack of better terms, yeah, that's kind of dumb, dude. That's kind of dumb, dude. Why wouldn't you make it like that? Right? Like, why wouldn't you make it so that you can just buy this original one? Unless they're trying to force purchases on you and they're like, oh, you know what? These guys you can't play. But that's weird. In my head, I would buy more of these if these would naturally like work with them. And one would have to get like an adapter to make this work. I mean, if one were to do that. But that's very strange, man. That's very strange for me. But whatever, dude. Whatever. And when I'm looking at this, just from the perspective of bot bending, we have a 5mm port there and a port over here as well. I can't think of a smart way, at least not immediately, on how that would work. I guess it feels like this. If I had like a 6-gun body, I could plug that in there, and then he would have these kind of extendo arms and these kind of blasters. Yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world. I guess I'll have to fiddle and fidget and see. But it would be very specific because most bots don't have pegs protruding from their shoulder. Most bots have ports, you know, scrap hook, port, cog, port, Ironworks, port, Fast Track has a peg, and so does 6-gun. But most people have ports. Port. That's weird. So this guy certainly seems a little bit more limited. I don't know what to think of him. I think the concept is cool, but and also when I see this, like, definitely feels like a kid's toy. Like, these seem very basic. There's not a lot of detailing on them, and again, gives off like Tobot vibes to me. And I think this is weird, making the arms shorter. Not being able to fatten up the legs, I think, is also weird. I think these longer arms are better fitted for this. And also not giving them ports. Because the other guys have ports and stuff on their arm. The other Shinkalion figures. Like, these guys seem way more rigid in their playability. I mean, there is a port back there, but proportionately, yeah, I don't know. This set's not really doing it for me, dude. I'm just going to be completely honest. Yeah, this set isn't really doing it for me. I like the other ones. But this one I overpaid. I mean, like, I paid more than the other ones, and yeah, it's not really doing it for me, dude. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see if, out of curiosity, is the torso swappable? No, it's not, dude. Dude, it's a pentagon port versus a square port, dude. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I think I'm gonna sell this one, dude. The other ones I'm gonna keep, but this one's kind of busted, dude. I'm not really feeling this, dude. Or maybe I'll give it to, maybe I'll send it to my nephew or something like that. He might like this. Yeah, this is kind of busted in my opinion, dude. I've liked all the other Shinkalion stuff that I've messed with, but this one's a meh former for me. I'm gonna stick with the triplets, Hayabusa. You know, that's the only name I know. Red, green, and blue. That's the ones that I'm gonna stick with, and I'm gonna mess with them. But yeah. Well, at least I got to know what didn't work. So now I'm not gonna buy these larger sets. Yeah, that's But imagine. I'll just kind of stop beating a dead horse. But imagine if these had been compatible, I would have probably went on to purchase the other bits as well. But knowing that they are not, I won't. And yeah. Well, I learned. I do like these though. And it would be messed up if I sent this to my nephew and I'm like, hey, Uncle's gonna hang on to the claws. He's gonna be like, what? Where are the claws? I'm like, don't worry about it, dude. All right, we'll see, dude. Well, thanks for hanging out, friends. I hope you liked the video. Interesting toy. Just they just missed on a lot of areas where they could have been knocking it out of the park. And this is kind of cool. I suppose I could, like, use this to kind of like build stuff. But yeah, they had an opportunity to do something greater than what this is, and I think they kind of missed. All right, enough of that. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.